Okay, hey guys, what's going on? This is Griever here with a very quick video. Relatively quick as far as quick videos go with me. God, I look fucking hideous. Jesus. I mean, more hideous than usual, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to pull here with my hair. I really don't anymore. Need a haircut. That being said, guys, this is Avengers Infinity War. I just finished. I went today. I recorded a video beforehand playing Dungeon Siege, and then I went to see Black Panther. Now, I kind of had this in the back of my mind. That I was surprised that Black Panther was still playing. Now, Black Panther is the one Marvel movie that I had not caught up on. And it's the one that I thought I wouldn't get the chance to until after Infinity Wars was kind of out, and I'd have to kind of skip Black Panther and watch Infinity War. Lo and behold, few theaters were still playing Black Panther. So I said to myself, okay, there's no way they're going to close it. Like, it was available on Friday, but I didn't go Friday. I was off work early and just wanted to relax. So I said to myself, okay, I'll go Saturday. So I go on Saturday, which is today, and I saw it. I went to the 3:30 showing. And damn, it was good, guys. It was really good. I don't get where all the hype came from, though. I mean, I thought it was a really good movie and everything, but I don't get the whole wow factor that everyone was thinking this was such an amazing, spectacular movie. I mean, as far as Marvel movies goes, it's the standard that we've come to expect, the quality level that we have come to expect from the actors, from the shots, from the cinematography, from everything. The visuals, everything is now at such a high standard. I felt like it met that standard, but I don't get where all the hype came from about that this was such an amazing picture. In what respect? I'll have to go back and read some of the articles about it and why, because see, the thing is, you just read headlines. I try not to spoil myself over anything before I see something. So it was very difficult. That's why I had to go see Infinity War, because you have to kind of stay off Facebook, YouTube, BuzzFeed, anything. You have to stay off all of it pretty much so you don't get spoiled. So after the movie finished, thought it was really good. I decided, I said, I'll check the Avengers Infinity War movie times. There was one happening in 55 minutes. So what do? I go to myself, and I said to myself, I can do a double feature. I'm pretty sure I can do a double feature. Now, remember, guys, I invited my friend to go see Black Panther because he really wanted to go, but I decided either way, I'm just going to go see Black Panther today. That is what I am going to do. And I ended up going by myself. Doesn't bother me. I've been to movies by myself. You get that whole kid thing out of your system, the whole, oh, I'm a loser and got no friends, if you go to a movie or go to a restaurant by yourself. No. If I go to a restaurant by myself, it's because you're missing out on good food. If I go to a movie by myself, it's because you're missing out on a good movie. I still want to see the movie. You have to see, there's been a stigma for a long time about these things, but once you become an adult and you're a little more overly confident, like yours truly, you don't mind those things anymore. You recognize that they're there, sort of thing, but you don't follow that stigma. You kind of give yourself the benefit of the doubt and you do things that you want to do. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. Point is that I decided I'm going to go see Infinity War. So I just wanted to give you guys a short context, being all of 5 minutes, but a short context as to how this came about. After the movie, I went to Best Buy, completed my MCU collection, which I don't think I didn't bring them downstairs yet. I have Blu-rays over there, but I have now officially every single MCU movie. I have them all. The only ones that I don't have are Black Panther, which is not out on Blu-ray yet because it's still in theaters, and Infinity War, of course. Nobody has that on Blu-ray yet. I mean, somebody might, but so yeah, I completed that collection. I went to Montana's, had a couple beer right before the movie, and walked back over. Montana's is right across the street from the beside the movie theater, so I just went there, had a couple beer at the bar. I thought about getting a 7:20 showing or 7:30 showing or something, because apparently they had Infinity Wars playing 18 times today. I'm like, wow, the thing on my app showed me like 6. So But and I don't watch 3D, guys. If I can avoid it, if I can go to a regular showing, not 3D, not IMAX, none of that shit, I choose to. And thankfully, I got to see both Infinity War and Black Panther in just regular format. Was really happy to see that. So, because I like to avoid those gimmicks, I think they're stupid. But I got through it. Let's just get into the review, because I got through it. Or a first impression. Not so much a review. Sort of a review. I don't know what to call these anymore. What? Just what? I don't know how to feel about this movie. This was a culmination. The Avengers, the first time the Avengers, they had to win. Because we were... The first Avengers movie was set up, as we know, just like they've all been set up, to this grand... Here it goes. And they had to win that battle because it was the first time Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk were all together in this one battle. They couldn't lose. They had to win. It had to be the Avengers will save the Earth. That was the tag sort of idea. Okay, now we've established the Avengers. And then we went through their own individual problems and stuff, and I'm good with this. But here's the thing. There was an overlay for this. The first overlay was the formation of the Avengers. But remember, we saw Thanos back in Phase 1. So this is the biggest culmination of all these movies. 10 years. 2008 Iron Man was released, and now 2018 we have Infinity War Part 1. Part 1. Keywords. So what has happened here is that you're trying to cram 50, 60, 70 years of storytelling and comic books and just all this stuff into these movies and try to go back to a lot of lore that a lot of comic book fans will go, holy shit, and there's a big spider on the wall. That's kind of creepy. That's what I've been noticing. Anyways, I hate spiders, guys. I really do. So that's kind of creepy because he's crawling further and closer. And okay, now he's behind a picture frame. So now, if a spider jumps on my face, guys, I will freak out. We're just gonna go with that. Anyways, I understand that the culmination going on for 10 years, building to Thanos and the Infinity Stones and the Gauntlet and the Avengers meeting with the Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man coming into the mix and Doctor Strange, and I knew it was going to be massive. I knew this was going to be an incredible built movie. And it was. I don't think that anybody got dissed on screen time. I do have a few problems with some of the characters' semi-changes. I felt that who was it? StarLord or Peter Quill acted a little different. Other than the one Gamora scene where they make out, I felt like for the most part he wasn't acting like himself. Like, and this is coming from a guy. I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on Thursday, and I'm seeing this today. So it's only been a couple days, and I feel like the character from the first one was reminiscent in the second one, but now here I didn't feel like every time we saw him, he was getting less and less like himself. So I felt the character was kind of breaking for me a little bit. And I'm not talking about the lashing out thing. I understood that. I would have done the same thing, so I can't blame him for that. Now, a couple of things. Was another character in the form of Iron Man and Doctor Strange kind of going at it is kind of weird. What's going on with Hulk? Is he upset because he got his shit kicked by Thanos? Because that doesn't make any sense. If Hulk doesn't want to come out because he's scared, that's weird. That's really weird and that's weak. Because he's gotten beaten down before. The Hulk, the Iron Man Hulk machine I forget what they call that. It's not the Hulkinator. It's the Hulk Smasher machine, the Hulk Destroyer, whatever it is. That, he lost there. He's been he was semi beaten down by Thor before. It's not like he's never lost technically or been knocked out in some way. So, I don't understand why the Hulk doesn't want to come out, who would have been incredibly useful in this fight, considering now they have killed off so many damn characters who could take Thanos on. Now all that's left, and then, okay, I know I'm jumping all over the place here, guys, but, the problem here is that they've eliminated so many characters with this thing that happens, the sand thing that happens. Now, you could say end of contracts, but that's not the case, because people whose contracts we know are ending and are sketchy to probably not going to resume their roles in the MCU, they didn't turn to sand. Chris Evans did not turn to sand, which would have been the way out. Now, you could say that, okay, Infinity War 2, they'll wrap all that shit up, but I was under the impression that there was a Spider-Man 2 with Tom Holland in the works. Also, where's Ant-Man in all this? They said that Ant-Man and Hawkeye were off doing their own thing or something, with their families, but that's kind of weak. I mean, I guess he didn't really need them. They wouldn't have been more helpful than anybody else, but yeah. The Return of Red Skull was really cool. I wasn't sure if it was Hugo Weaving or not at first. I really wanted it to be, and I tried to look and listen and try to make sure it's him. I think they tried their best to make him look like the original Red Skull, and he did, but in the end I was convinced it's not Hugo Weaving, and then I checked later and found out it is not Hugo Weaving. It's somebody from The Walking Dead who I don't watch, and I'm like, okay. So, but that was really, really cool. Nobody predicted the Soul Stone. Don't care what anybody wants to say now. Nobody predicted where that Soul Stone was. No one predicted the Return of the Red Skull either. I can honestly say those two things. A lot of people were saying it was going to be... What I don't understand is... A lot of people said it would be Heimdall, Idris Elba's character. And I kind of thought, no, in the context of it would make sense in a way, but they've established too much. Like, if he had the power of an Infinity Stone at his disposal, certain things just wouldn't have happened in the Thor movies that did. So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If anybody, Odin would have had one. Odin would have possessed one. That would make more sense. Another thing that I don't understand in continuity is also the reveal of the Sovereigns making Warlock or Adam Warlock in the post-credit scene of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, who did possess an Infinity Stone. That would have been a good tie back, that they actually had one and they used it. That was their power source to creating beings or something, because they were all about, we create perfect people and this is how we do it. That would have made sense. They put souls, the soul gem, they create souls and implant them in bodies that they deem perfect, and that's how they make their people. Would have been great tieback, would have made sense, because you've established this. You had a post-credit scene with apparently Adam, who's going to be Adam Warlock, we know that. But they didn't. So I don't get that reveal, because that's just going to confuse shit, and you put it on some no-name planet. The reveal of Red Skull was cool, but nobody called it that, and I'm not upset that nobody called it. I'm upset at the fact that it wasn't somewhere that was obvious all along, and once you saw it, it should have been, in my personal opinion, it should have been one of those things that once you figured out where it was kind of like mind blown. But no, it's just on some random planet that I've never heard of, and they went there, and Red Skull is apparently there. And Gamora somehow knew all this information, which I'm okay with the explanation. It's just kind of like, it just kind of felt like it was pulled out of nowhere. Like, specifically Thanos sent her to look for the Soul Stone. By that logic, he knew where every single Soul Stone was. which doesn't make any sense. Like, he couldn't have known where some of these soul stones were at the time. So he sent her specifically to look for one particular stone when he knew the location of maybe 2 or 3, but he specifically sent her to look for one. I mean, later on, yeah, he might have known the location of some of them, the collector or things like that, but he couldn't have known all this information before that. So I'm just kind of curious. And if you want to make the argument that, okay, those people can track soul stones, that's how they found Vision in Wakanda, that's how they found the Time Stone in New York, okay, then why couldn't these people use their same abilities to find the soul gem? See, so you can't have it both ways. So I'm just trying to point out, I'm just trying to figure out, like, it seems like a bit of an ass pull that he specifically sent her for the one stone that after all the MCU movies that they still had yet to locate, yet throughout all these movies they've located all the others for him. It's kind of like wrapped up in too much of a neat little bow for me. I'm okay with him completing the Infinity Gauntlet. I thought it was rather quick. I thought he'd work with maybe 3 or 4 stones in this movie, and then he'd be too strong after 4 stones to be taken down, sort of deal. And then we'd get Infinity War Part 2. But I don't know. I don't know. It just felt a little weak to me. A lot of people were saying Wakanda as well would be the stone, but I feel like after Black Panther, everyone was like, no, it's not there. And if everyone thought it was still there, that'd be kind of weird. Like, their thing is vibranium. It's not... and also, Cap's shield, that was weak. The line was cool, like, oh, get this man a shield. And I'm like, awesome, he's going to get a shield. And I didn't expect to see the red and blue and white, and the star. But I wanted a real shield, man. Like, that whole kind of like half, that's more of a Batman gauntlet than it is a shield. So that was kind of weak. It could still have the spike on it, like, I don't know. It could have been bigger is all I'm saying. Yeah, Thor losing his eye patch after only one movie with it seems kind of weak. Like, give him his eye back in the next movie, like, or something. I felt like that, like, he didn't wear the eye patch long enough, which was kind of stupid. The deaths, were kind of hard for the most part. People might complain about the Vision Scarlet Witch thing, but I didn't have a problem with that. What else was there? There was... I was going on a tangent there about something. Okay, so Thor's new axe hammer thing. It managed to... Oh, that was the thing I had a problem with. In Thor, we see the Infinity Gauntlet. Okay. It's in the vault. And everyone caught that. Find out it's a fake in Thor 3. A lot of people assumed it was a fake. But it was confirmed in Thor 3 it was a fake. Okay. Alright. So, in this movie, we have a dwarf. Ironic. I get the irony of this scene. Claim that he had to build this for Thanos. But by this logic, see, this, I don't know, maybe it can be explained to me, but from what I'm gathering here, guys, is that Thor basically went to this place to get himself a new hammer. There was the one that forged the original hammer and stuff, and I'm kind of disheartened that it's an axe now, but I might not be up on my comic book lore, like it's a hammer half-axe thing. But he goes there and finds out that they've all been killed because this guy forged the Infinity Gauntlet, something capable of handling the stones for Thanos. Yet there was a fake one in the vault. That doesn't make any sense. That was there before Thanos, back in Thor 1. It was there. And it was probably there long before that movie. So you're telling me, like, it doesn't make sense with the context of the story, because by that logic, they crafted this thing for Thanos. He killed everyone, and Odin went down and went, "Oh shit! What's this thing? Can you make me look at the sculpture? Can you make me one just like it? Oh, my friends are dead, Odin. Yeah, but I really like this. If it was in gold, it would be really cool. Like, I'm just trying to understand the timeline here. Buddy made the gauntlet for Thanos. How long has he had this damn thing? And if he specifically made it for Thanos, and by his words, then killed everybody and left, how the hell did Odin or any Asgardian get their hands on a second fake gauntlet and put it in the vault? And no one knew Thanos had a gauntlet capable of controlling Infinity Stones. Yep, don't understand this. Hopefully it's explained, because the MCU has done a fantastic job. I'm not saying there's not problems, but at the very least, they usually have good explanations, or even if they're weak ones, they are at least explanations. I want one for this. I want one, because it doesn't make sense. Even if you want to say that Thanos had that made 300 years ago, it still doesn't explain how there's a second copy in the vault and no one knew that Thanos had this thing, and maybe Odin would go, "Oh shit, maybe I gotta go fight this guy," which happened in the comics and was amazing, but now apparently that's not gonna happen. So yeah, there's so much to go over here, guys. Like, clearly Doctor Strange has seen something with the time stone. He went through 14 million or 1400,000 or whatever it was. He went through a shit ton of these futures where they win against Thanos, and there's only one. Clearly the one he gave was by giving him the time stone. That was their one victory. So they are victorious over Thanos by giving him the time stone. And Doctor Strange even says, before he disappears, he goes, "Tony, it was the only way." So he saw the future where this all happens. So he knows that this is the right future to go through. Now, you could argue the fact that Doctor Strange might want to tell Peter Quill, like, "Okay, hold on, here's what's going to happen. You need to get over that shit right now, because if we rip that off him, we might stand a chance." But you could also argue the fact that he probably saw a future where he did that and it still didn't matter. Thanos still won. So, I mean, you can argue that all day, but I'm under the impression that Doctor Strange went through all these realities and all these futures and saw the one where they win is the one where he does complete the Infinity Gauntlet. What happens on Earth happens. Thor stabs him, does damage to him. I mean, that must have hurt. But by the looks of it, the Infinity Gauntlet is broken. Or at least the stones, I only got a quick shot, so I don't know for certain, but it looks to me like the stones are intact, but the gauntlet is now broken. So I don't think Thanos can now harness all the stones at once anymore. I think I don't think he has that capability anymore, as far as I'm aware. So anyways, guys, this video is longer than I even intended. I told you, I warned you at the beginning of this, but yeah, I can't go over every little scene. I'm going to have to see it again. Hopefully my other friend wants to go see it again. He already saw it. I've now seen it, but I said I'd go with him for his birthday, which was last week. So hopefully he'll let me go do that with him, but he's a busy guy. Anyways, I really want to go over all the major points, but there's so much in this movie. There's so much to go over. And am I unhappy with some of it? Yeah, but once again, as I texted my friend, what exactly did I text him? I texted him, just going through here, that's fiance, no. I said, he asked me, was it awesome? And I said, it was, I don't even know. I don't know what to think. I can't tell if this is amazing or if this is a what the fuck. That sums up my feelings about this movie. I think it's amazing. I think everyone did great, but I can't tell if I'm happy with this building of 10 years worth of movies I've watched and waited and waited for the big climactic battle with Thanos. I can't tell, with all these amazing actors and these amazing characters that I knew as a kid from comics, I can't tell if this is actually what I wanted or if this is something that I don't even know if I'm happy or unhappy with it. I know it's amazing, but I can't tell you guys right now. Like, the hype has to die down. I don't know what to feel about this. I don't think it's negative. I'm not saying that. I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't know if this is what I was expecting, if this is what I thought would happen, or what I wanted to happen. I know it's not what I thought when I went into Avengers. I didn't think that this would be the end of this movie. But yeah, I don't know what to feel about this movie yet. I know what to think, but what to feel about it. Do I love this movie? Or don't I? Do I need to see part 2 to be satisfied with this movie yet? I don't know. That's the big question, guys. So anyways, guys, that's enough out of me. I am exhausted after doing a double day feature and just all the stuff leading up to that. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Griever with an Avengers Infinity War plus a little side trip with Black Panther review. What did you guys all think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please like, subscribe, comment as always. I know I'm not behind the bar, but guys, come on, let's drink responsibly like I do every time. Every time? That being said, guys, we'll see you back here next time. Drink responsibly. See ya.